Welcome to Game 1 of the 2022 U13A Regionals. It's Valleyfield against Kahnawake. The Warhawks finished 1-23 during the course of the season. The Valleyfield Reds 14 wins, 9 losses, and 1 tie. Cage McCumber getting the call for the Warhawks, taking on a lineup which features Justin Leduc, William Gallagher, and Nicola Moreno. Both teams in black with red trim. The Warhawks with white though, and the Reds with gray trim. That's Valleyfield 9-1 during the course of the year. The Warhawks 1-23. Cage McCumber starting. Taking a look at Kahnawake defensively. Nashon Mayo at third. Slade Two Rivers at short. Neo Daibo behind the plate. Gertrude Duhorn at first. Shane Jacobs at center. It looks like Kaiden Horn in right. As we get underway with this first pitch from McCumber to Justin Leduc. Last night these two teams played, the Reds won 16-6, but it was 3-2 after 4 innings. And don't forget the difference between 13B and 13A. Stealing home is in play here at 13A. 13B not so much. U18B Warhawks got knocked out with a 12-8 decision last night against St. Lazare. That one sails over the top for ball 2. 2-0 the count on the Duck. Hit on the ground to first. Gertrude Duhorn takes it and will take this baby to first. 1 up and 1 down for the Reds. So that's 1 out, and now standing at the bat will be William Gallagher. Now the Warhawks hung around the last time these two teams played. It was 3-2 after 3 innings. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. The Anurada Danyukwas Goodleaf out in left. Here's the 1-0. Skied. I am not making no effort to get that ball. Even count 1 ball, 1 strike. That's upstairs, 2-1 the count. Warhawks have this game, and then they'll play against the Sirois Voltigeurs. That's low, ball 3. That'll be a Saturday morning game. We'll have that for you, and then the elimination round will start next Monday. 7v2, 6v3, 4v5. The first place team after 2 round-robin games gets a bye to the semis. That's ball 4. And Gallagher draws a walk. Nicola Moreno will step into bat now for the Reds. 1 down and a runner on first base. I would expect Neo Daibo's arm to get ready and tested here. Runner goes, and he's in at second, standing up. Looking at the dimensions here, 225 feet down the line in both left and right, 250 in straightaway center. That's a lot more shallow than the hospital ball field, which is, of course, 260 in center, 278 down the lines. Fouled back, and we've got an even count here, 1 ball, 1 strike. Emile Giroux's on deck for the Reds. Again, U18 Warhawks lost, and by 0.3 of a percentage point are eliminated from the next round. Skied in the infield. Two Rivers makes the catch, and there's 2 down. And in will step Emile Giroux, the cleanup hitter. And if you're Goodleaf down the line and left and Nash and Mayo over at third, you better be ready. This could be a hot shot coming right back at you.
Yeah, because I sold my other truck.
Ball one. And Neil Daibo does a good job of catching that in, settling it down, and forcing Gallagher back to second base.
Because they're having problems getting the electronic components to produce it.
That's a ball off the plate. Runner takes off.
They can't produce the truck. So they shipped it out. Ford himself took it out.
Yeah, the Warhawks with an ERA of 1.44 per inning in U18B. St. Lazare, who finished in first, 1.41. Warhawks eliminated by a run.
He didn't think to look. He just thought, okay, you got what he's ordering.
Ball off the plate. Gallagher not going to go. I'm pretty sure I heard the voice of my old baseball coach with the Kahnawake Colt 45s. Alex McCumber back there. Cage's grandfather. Here's the pitch. That's in there. Strike one. 2 down and a runner on third. No runs in for the Reds. Hit off the edge of the bat, and that finds its way through to right field. And the Reds have opened the scoring on a bloop single to opposite field, 1-0 Valleyfield. Here's Miko Lemoyne, number 13, another right-handed batter for the Reds. Swung on and missed. Throw to second. Dropped. Slade Two Rivers backs it up, though. That's something you don't see in Major League Baseball. You never see a left-handed throwing shortstop. If you're going to see a left-hander in the infield, you'll see them normally at first. That's high, and this time Lemoyne doesn't go for it. It's a 1-1 count. Lemoyne's going, or he swings through, strike two. There's a throw to Nash. 1-2 the count, and Cage McCumber 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Here's the 1-2 from Cage. Ball 2. And now they throw the runner, or force the runner to go back to third. 1-0 Valleyfield leading. 2-2 count from Cage McCumber. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Throw back to third. And a right-handed batter, or right-handed pitcher, could see third right now from where he's standing. That's why lefties are so good at picking off runners going to first. Ball 3. That's what you love here. This little cat and mouse game that exists starting at 13A, when the runner on third, the catcher, the pitcher, the third baseman are all playing their little game within the game. That's upstairs, and it's ball 4. Here's Antoine Hebert.
I think that's my son's problem. There's always one of them. You can't even leave the room. And if he doesn't...
Strike 1 on the outside corner. Lemoyne takes second. Popped foul, and it's 0-2. Two Rivers, Daibo, and McCumber will come up to bat in the bottom half of the first inning. We're 1 strike away from getting there. 0-2 the count on Hebert. The 0-2. Ooh, that was fairly close, but not close enough. 1-2 the count. Daibo did a really good job of putting her glove in a good spot to make it look extra good. Hit on the ground, foul. A for effort for Nash and Mayo.
You just have to swallow that lump in your throat and wipe the tear and go on.
Ball 2. 2 outs here, so the runners will be running on anything. Cage McCumber, 2-2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Inside, full count. Just missed the inside corner. That's high. So Nathan Quillon will stand into bat for the Reds. Bases loaded, any bag, closest bag. There's forces all over the plates. Ball misses and the runner's going. Not a very enthusiastic effort. You gotta get on that. You gotta jump on it right away. Gotta jump on that right away. As soon as that ball goes back there, both pitcher and catcher have to be making a beeline right for the home plate. Hit on the ground, a chopper. It's foul. Smart decision by McCumber, just letting it roll foul. Just because the ball's initially in play, if it's still in the infield and it rolls foul, that means it's a foul ball. They say it's actually fair. So Valleyfield has taken a 3-0 lead. Xavier Page is in. It's a fair ball. Hit on the ground. Right to Cage McCumber. He'll throw it to first in time, and that will do it for the Reds in the top half of the first. Valleyfield scores 3. Warhawks coming up to bat. Back at Shamrock Park in Il Perot, bottom of the first, 3-0 Valleyfield Reds leading the Kahnawake Warhawks in round 1 of the U13A Lac St. Louis Regional Championships. Slade Two Rivers standing in to face Zach Lamoth. Two Rivers, Neil Daibo, and Cage McCumber leading things off. Slade first pitch swinging and he drives it foul, 0-1. And a short fence, a short deck down the lines, 225 feet away from home plate in both left and right field, and then 250 in straightaway center. Much smaller dimensions than what these kids are used to playing in. That one hops the bag, 1-1 the count on Slade. Warhawks will play the Surwa Voltigeurs on Saturday. That's a ball on Slade, 2-1 the count. Before a elimination game on Monday, unless the Warhawks finish first, then the first place team gets an automatic bye into the semifinal. Off the plate, 3-1 on Slade. That's in there, and we got a full count, 3-2 on Slade. As the coaches would say, anything close now. That's ball 4, and Two Rivers draws a leadoff walk. Neil Daibo will stand in. With some speed on the base paths. Cage McCumber on deck. Neil Daibo's in. Two Rivers jumping. And he got a really good jump. Slade Two Rivers has stolen second base. 1-0 on Daibo. Swing and miss, the throw. Slade's in at third. And the unfortunate thing for Two Rivers is he called time and he could have making a beeline for home. All is well that ends well. We'll see if Neil can take him home. The 1-1. Ball 2 in the dirt. Ooh. Two Rivers thought about jumping it, but a good recovery back there by Miko Lemoyne, the catcher. Killian at third. Here's a 2-1. Daibo swings over the top, strike 2, 2-2 count. Here's a 2-2. Off the plate, we've got a full count here, 3-2 on Daibo. So the pitching counts, you're allowed to have 40 if you have 1 day off. You can get to 54 for 2 days off, and then 70 for 3 days off. Warhawks have 2 days off. They have a day off in between games. Daibo puts this one into play, right at third. The throw back to third. Double play. Line drive. 2 down. Force. And now Cage McCumber will stand in with the bases empty and nobody out. Daibo put it into play. It was a good play, but Two Rivers jumped and that one shot into left field, and that'll get to the track. Cage McCumber takes his turn, heading to second, and he's in at second base. So it's a double for McCumber. Then Danny Cross will stand into bat now. Number 12 hitting cleanup. Jeez. Cross with an RBI opportunity. And he's behind this pitch, strike 1. Kind of caught in between letting it go and swinging, nothing and 1 the count. So Jared Duhorn on deck. And he swings back here and comes up empty, nothing and 2. And Lamotte 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. And Cross puts this one into play right down the line. Foul ball. So he survives for another pitch. Here's the 0-2. That's strike 3, and that'll do it for the bottom of the first. So the Warhawks threatened, but a double play takes out any run. Valleyfield goes up 3-0 after the first. Top of the second inning here. Valleyfield up by a score of 3-0 over the Warhawks. In U13A action. The pitcher Lamotte, and then Dylan Halley, and back to the top of the lineup with Justin Leduc due up here in top half of inning number 2. Off the plate, 2-0. That ball misses away, and ball 2. The 2-0 count. Sorry, that's ball 4. That's a walk. There was 3-0. Lamothe draws a walk. Dylan Halley will stand in. Ball 1.
Be ready, Clyde, and pay attention.
That's off the plate, and they're going to send him to third. Lamothe goes back. Don't forget, our next game will be Saturday here at 9:30. We won't be here. We'd be in Vaudreuil-Dorion when the Warhawks take on the Surwa Voltigeurs. As Halley swings to this one, 1-1 the count. And other than that, the girls teams, the U9 Warhawks and the U11 girls Warhawks, are the only other teams playing, along with the juniors. After as there's a wild pitch that'll go to the backstop, and it's picked up with the runner on third. The midget Warhawks were eliminated last night, losing 12-8. They lose on first place by 0.03 of a percentage point. Review the standings. The Warhawks and St. Lazare both finished 2-1, but St. Lazare's ERA per inning was 1.412. The Warhawks was 1.44. And don't forget Cage McCumber, new pitcher, yeah, because Cage McCumber could only pitch in between 40 to 55. If not, he would have to have a couple of days off. Mia Lucero Armstrong is coming in. Top of the second, 3-0 Reds. Runner on third. We'll be back. Thank God the camera wasn't running there. 3-0. Lucero Armstrong, the new pitcher. There's a strike. Here's the pitch. Foul back, 2-strike count on Halley. Got some off-the-camera shenanigans taking place here. Top of the second, Valleyfield up 3-0 as we focus back on the action on the field happening right now.
Be ready at third!
Hit on the ground. Throw to first. In time. No, he pulled him off the bag. It was in time, but the throw forced Horn off the bag. Infield base hit for Halley, and Valleyfield now up 4-0. Hit well, but foul. Remember, right now, nobody can advance because it's still technically a dead ball after the foul. So Cage McCumber is out after pitching a little more than an inning. Valleyfield up by 4. Ball gets by, and now Mayo's going to have to get ready at third. So it's a stolen base on the wild pitch. 1-1 the count. Ball 2. Runner's taking off to throw to third. Mayo knocks it down. Well, good awareness there by Horn over at second base to put that back into play. I think Hallie was being a little bit brave and a little too ambitious there to try to take a run from second to third. Hit well, but foul, and that sends the first baseman, Coach, reeling back. There you hear him talking about how he learned those moves at dancing school. 2-strike count, by the way, on Leduc, the leadoff batter. He's 0 for 1 after a ground out in the first inning. Oh, that's a hit by pitch. Runners on first and second now for William Gallagher. He walked, stole a base, and scored a run in his last time up. Runners take off. Inside for ball one, and both runners advance an extra 75 feet. 2 runners in scoring position for the Reds. The 1-0 to Gallagher. Ball 2. Hit well to left, that drops. And it'll get by to the wall. 1 run scores, a second run has come in. Play at third base, here's the throw. And that is a sliding triple. 6-0 Valleyfield, a runner on third, nobody out, 3 runs in. That's skied in the infield. And it gets by. So what would be the 5th run of the inning is coming up, or is at first now. 4 runs in for the Reds. One hops the bag. 1-0.
Be ready at second.
Swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. The 2-1. Hit well to short. What a play by Two Rivers. Takes it to second, the throw to first. Safe at first. So Giroux gets the first. Good play by Two Rivers at second. That ball was... That was like a kitchen sink being thrown right at him. And the dishes are done. Ball 1. Skied into shallow center. And that'll fall right in between the 3 close participants. Rated between left, center, and short. Trust me, I'd have a career in Major League Baseball if I was able to do that consistently. Runners on first and second, one out. Well, maybe that if I laid off of the poutines. Want to know the count. Poutines and the cakes. It's my Achilles heel.
Krabby Patties.
No, not Krabby Patties. I like poutine and cake. Here's the 1-0. We have someone here that really likes Krabby Patties off camera. Ooh, a heavy cut by Haybear. 4 runs in for the Reds in this innings. It's 7-0 the score here in the top of the second. Runners on first and second and 1 down. Swung on and missed, strike 2. And he lays off some high cheese. As I said, I like poutine, so I wouldn't be able to avoid the high cheese. Ball 4. And the bases are loaded for the Reds with 1 out. Throw to third. Armstrong holding Giroux over at third base. Justin Horn will take a pause for the cause. Don't forget Saturday, Warhawks and the Surwa Voltigeurs, and then Sunday in Terrebonne, the Warhawks and the Terrebonne Gladiators. That's Junior A Warhawks baseball. Kahnawake 10 wins, 9 losses, and 3 ties. The junior playoffs will get started in September. Sometime in September. Unfortunately, Kahnawake is still with 4 games to make up. And a bunch of teams with numerous games to make up on the schedule due to rain and a bunch of other ailments that have curtailed the season. Fouled back, 0-1 the count. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We are looking to get 1,000 subscribers, currently at 837. And over 4,200 viewing hours in the last 365 days, which means once we get to 1,000, as this one's hit up the middle, and that'll get through. That's run number 5. Another run comes across, but only one's going to count. The Reds have maxed out here in the top half of the second inning, and they grab an 8-0 lead heading into the bottom half of inning 2. Back at Shamrock Park in El Perot, bottom of the second. Short shot by Jojerdo Duhorn. That will drop into shallow center field. 1 pitch, 1 hit. Horn gets on first with a leadoff bloop single. Yeah, no, that the nuke was a good leaf standing into bat. Amante Horn over at first after that bloop single. High swing, 0-1 the count. Mia Lucero Armstrong on deck. Off the plate, ball one, good eye. Goodleaf pops this one up. And that stays in play but bounces in foul territory. 1-2 the count. Catcher might have lost that in the lights, which have now just come on. 1-2 the count here on Goodleaf. Throw back to first. Horn goes back. So, 2 base hits for the Warhawks tonight. Here's the 1-2 from Amoth to Goodleaf. Goodleaf lays off some high cheese, 2-2 the count. Horn's taken off, and Goodleaf fouls it back. Good job fighting for that. If it's too close, foul it off and get yourself another pitch. Jojerdo Duhorn got a really good jump over at first as well. That swung on and missed for strike 3. Good battle. 1 down. Emil Lucero Armstrong will stand in to bat for the Warhawks. Shane Jacobs now moves to the on-deck circle. Horn with a good jump, throw to second. Ooh, that was closer than I thought it would have been. Good throw by the catcher, but Horn's in at second.
I mean, that's for Shane to get it. You're on deck.
Armstrong puts this one into play. It one hops the throw to first in time. Now they got to throw to third. It gets away. Throw to home. And that's it. All right, we're heading it to the top of the third here. Reds go up 8-0. Back at Shamrock Park for the top of the third. This game brought to you by Mohawk Super Bingo, Valleyfield Reds, Kahnawake Warhawks, U13A. Game 1 of the Lac St. Louis Regionals. The Reds on top 8-0 as we approach this top of the third inning. With Xavier Page swinging through there, strike 1, 0-1 the count. Neil Lucero Armstrong, who pitched the second, coming in for relief of Cage McCumber. That's high for ball 1, even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Page, Lamoth, and Halley, the 3 Reds that are due up here in the top half of the second inning, or the top of the third. Ball 2. So Mayo moves to center. Kaiden Horn's in right field. Goodleaf stays in left. Neil Adaibo has moved to second. as this pitch floats outside the strike zone. 3 balls and a strike. Shane Jacobs has now moved behind the plate. Ball 4. Oh, all right. Thanks, man. I'm not going to argue this.
Ball up.
8 for 32. The Reds have a runner on first base. And now they'll have runners on first and second as Armstrong plunks Lamoth. Hit him right in the midsection. As Dylan Halley will stand in. He singled and scored a run back in the top of the second. Fouled. Good catch by Jacobs, but sadly it hit the fencing, so plays ruled dead, nothing in 1 the count. That's a check swing, and he goes around for strike 2. Ball 1. Actually, that's 2 Rivers back there. That's short. Jacobs is at catcher. Comer over at third. Jared DeHorn at first. Off the plate. Oh, that's in there. Strike 3. Rebecca Armstrong with her first strikeout of the evening, and there's 1 down. Back to the top of the lineup with Justin Leduc. 0 for 1, hit by a pitch and scored a run and also grounded out. Ball 1. That's a balk. Rebecca Armstrong lost their footing. And both runners will advance to second and third. This is like the first year I've seen that consistently called. Hit on the ground, foul. One down here in the top of the third. All right, here's the pitch. Hit on the ground, fair, down the line. That'll be a 2-run triple. And Gallagher will stand in. Warhawks call for time. Don't forget, Chateauguay Raiders football is coming up as well. The home opener for the Tykes we'll have for you when the Raiders take on the St. Lazare Stallions over at LaBerge Park. Proud to be back on with the Chateauguay Raiders. Proud tradition of football. And also RSEQ Field Lacrosse, the Dawson Blues will play host to the John Abbott Islanders on Saturday, September 9th. We'll have that for you over at Ed Mahar Field. Then hockey season will commence about a month and some change after. There's a ball to William Gallagher. Top of the third, Valleyfield has upped the lead to 10-0. Throw back to third. I want to see that work one day just because. The old fake. I got somebody, but that's when I was at second base and I pretended that the throw to second on a steal went into the outfield. Hit on the ground. That gets through to left field. A base hit. Goodleaf knocks it down. Throws it in. RBI base hit. So here's Nicola Moreno, who is 0 for 2. Popped out and then reached on an error back in the second.
Iverson.
Hit in the air. They have the really scary fire truck noises here. That was a fire truck, right? Yeah, the old school fire trucks. Here's the 0-1. That floats over the top of the strike zone, but not inside of it. 1-1 the count. Chattagee Raiders football coming up in 2 weeks' time. Friday, September 8th, the Tyke Raiders playing host to the St. Lazare Stallions. That'll be a interesting kickoff to the season. Back to the action on the field. There's a shot over the head of Two Rivers and into center. Goodleaf comes in. She tracks it down, flips it over to Slade. And the runners will stay on first and third as the camera goes flying. So runners on first and third for Emile Giroux, who is 1 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice single and has scored 2 runs. Well, run number 5 is on first base right now for the Reds.
Get over here. Hey.
Ball. Now we got some danger here in El Perot. That's a fire marshal truck right there. Swung on and missed. Good pitch from Lucero Armstrong. 3-1.
First one to play in that field across for college.
Oh, yeah. I joined about 2 years later, played for Dawson. Kind of why I'm biased to Dawson. Here's a 3-1. Swung on and missed, and it's a full count, 3-2. But I'm going to John Abbott in January. Think of it like that.
See my name up there.
If I pass my chemistry, I'm going to John Abbott. Got 1 science course and then 2 books of chemistry. Here's the full count. Hit on a rope, that rolls foul. And you remember, when that ball's bouncing, just because it rolls foul doesn't mean that the umpire will blow it down or call it a foul ball. He is going to wait until the ball's picked up, because it could start fair, go foul, and then come back fair, like we've seen in the top of the first. Hit on the ground to third. That gets through. And Valleyfield's put another one in. So here's Miko Lemoyne, 1 for 1, has walked, scored a run, and singled. And run number 5 for the Reds is over at second. Throw back to second. Gets it to center. The Reds are not allowed to steal right now, though, so. Timeout. And I believe there's going to be a pitching change made. Yeah, we're going to have a pitching change. And Slade Two Rivers is coming in. A southpaw coming in for the Warhawks. We're coming back. As we get back to the action, there's a shot into center field. And the 5th run of the inning will score, and that is going to do it. For the top of the 3rd, the Reds score 5, and they're up 13 to zip. Nothing who won the count here on Ashton Mayo. Let's get back. Let's get away from the off-field shenanigans happening back here. As Ashton Mayo stands in. Takes ball 1, 1-1 the count. Lamothe in his 3rd inning of work. So Nash, Mayo, Shane Jacobs, and Kite and Horn, the 3 Hawks coming up here in the bottom of the 2nd. And that was looking good, but Nash decides to let it go for ball 2. Nash, who's actually a 2nd-year Adam-aged player. Can you imagine, he was playing call-up for Bantam A. He was a call-up for Bantam A a couple of times this year. Off the plate, 3 balls and a strike on Mayo. Ball 4. Ashton Mayo draws a walk. So here's Shane Jacobs standing in. Left-handed batter. Ball. Last time we saw these Warhawks, Shane Jacobs had 3 walks. No official at-bats, just 3 walks. That was a 16-6 loss to Verdun. Mayo jumps. Ball 2, throw to second. Nice backup. And Mayo swipes second base. 3-0 on Shane Jacobs. Kite and Horse standing in on the on-deck circle. Foul back. 3-1 the count on Jacobs. Ball 4, and Jacobs draws a walk. Runners on first and second, and Kite and Horn will now stand in. Slade, Two Rivers moves on deck. Ball 1-0 on Kaiden. The call up from U11B. The jump from U11 to B, U13A is monstrous. That's in there for strike 1. Even count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here the Reds looking for the double play. Ball 2. This is the third inning of work for Lamoth. Ball 3. 3-1 the count on Horn. I'm going to take off the throw to third. It one hops the bag. And now runners are on second and third. 2 runners at scoring position for the Warhawks. So that takes off any double play possibility, at least on the ground. And that's in there for strike 3. So 1 down, and in steps Slade Two Rivers. He walked and stole 2 bases back in the first. No official at-bats. Ball 1. Ball 2-0. Neil Daibo on deck. 3-0 on Slade. Hey, here Coach Justin Horn saying Slade's got the green light on 3-0. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Warhawks with 1 out. And Valleyfield calls time. Cage McCumber moves to the on-deck circle. Neo Daibo steps in to bat. So again, join us Saturday morning when these Warhawks take on the Surwa Voltigeurs in their final round-robin game, and then we'll be back on Monday at 6:30 in the afternoon, or evening, because it's going to be September, so we'll call it the evening, when the Warhawks play an elimination game. These are the only Warhawks still playing in Lac St. Louis regionals after the U13s were knocked out last night, losing 12-8 to St. Lazare. All right, so Lamothe is going to stay in. Neo Daibo steps in. And there's a shot to shallow center. Dropped! 1 run scores. 2 runs will score. Daibo stays at first. It's a 2-run single, and the Warhawks are on the board. It's 13-2. So here's Cage McCumber, 1 for 1 with a double. And the Warhawks have put up 2, 13-2. McCumber swings and misses. Valleyfield trying to set up Two Rivers to get picked off between third and home, but Slade didn't budge. Daibo gets the free bag. 2 runners in scoring position. Cage McCumber represents what would be run number 5. And he swings at some high cheese, nothing in 2. Are you going to laugh every time I say that?
Yeah.
That's hockey. Here's the 0-2. And McCumber sends a shot to right center. That will get to the wall, and it one-hops the wall. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. Cage McCumber heading for third. Throw to third. He's thrown out. 2-run double for Cage McCumber. And McCumber got thrown out going from second to third, but he drives in 2, and it's now 13-4. And Valleyfield will make a pitching change. Reds up 13-4. 1 more out left to go in this inning. All right, we're back here at Park Shamrock in Il Perot. The Kahnawake Warhawks trailing 13-4. They were down by 13 runs, but have put up 4 in this inning. So here's Danny Cross stepping in. Strike 1 from Nicola Moreno. Strike 2. Cross 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first. That's strike 3. Well, the Warhawks score 4, and they trailed 13-4 after 3. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. False start. Off screen, I just had a ladybug fly in my mouth, folks. 1-0 the count here. Pitcher Slade Two Rivers is in. So, Quillon's on. Xavier Page batting. Ball 2. I'm telling you, just the very first time you come up to bat and you're facing a lefty, it's like in basketball when you're playing against the zone defense, or lacrosse you're playing and the opposing team's kind of just playing Princeton style. That'd be field lacrosse. Oh, and Slade plunks him. It's just like, no matter how long you've played the game, It's weird adjustments, and I'll tell you what, that one stung. That one stung Killian, and we are going to, I think we may have to take a pause for the cause here. Slade's playing football for the Raiders this year, and I think his audition to be the quarterback has now been placed onto video. Oh, Killian's going to stay in the game. I mean, that was a very fast pitch. Killian's gonna stay in. And you know what? We're gonna have a pitching change. Or at least I thought we were, but now Scotty Cross is just gonna talk to Slade. 13-4 Valleyfield leading. I had pizza pockets. I love my microwave. All right, runners on first and second here. Nobody out. Slade to Rivers stays in. 2-0 the count here on Xavier Page. Antoine Hebert's on second after getting hit by a pitch. Hit on the ground. Macomber picks it up. They throw to first. Oh, they get the runner out at first. One down and runners on second and third. Here's Zach Lamoth, who has reached base twice. He's walked. He's been hit by a pitch and has scored 2 runs. No official at-bats. Outside for ball 1. Ball. Ball 3. Dylan Halley on deck for the Reds. Swung on and missed. The green light on 3-0. And it's strike 1. Ball 4. And the bases are now loaded for the Reds. So Dylan Halley will step in. He is 1 for 2, struck out looking in the third, and as an RBI, had an RBI single back in the second. Ball. Ball 2. Is that one hops the bag?
He slipped down that drain.
Ball. Throw it up first. Gets away. Fouled. Remember, there's a force at home, so if you get the ball, if you're Slade or if you're the catcher, Jacobs, you're going right to home. Prevent that run from scoring. That's ball 4. And that'll force in a run. And the Warhawks are going to be making a pitching change. At least I thought so. Yep. So Two Rivers is going to come out, and Jojerdo Duhorn will come in. 14-4 Valleyfield leading. Top of the 4th. Have you gone to Thailand and tried the fresh fry ladybug?
Never been there.
Neither have I. I've never been outside of Canada to the U.S. I'm a bum. All right, so Monty Horn, Jojerdo Duhorn is in to face Justin Ledzuc, the leadoff batter. Sent to deep center, and that will be out of reach of Jacobs. 1 run scores, a second run comes across. There's a throw to third, knocked down by Daibo. It's a 3-run triple. And now the 5th run of the innings at third. Strike 1. It closes at 8. There's the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short, and that'll get through to right field, and that's run number 5. And Valleyfield's up the ante to 18-4. Gallagher now 4 for 4 on the evening. Warhawks need 5 to keep the game going. All right, bottom of the 4th here. Warhawks need 5 to keep this game going. There's ball 1 to Jojerdo Duhorn leading things off. Horn singled and stole a base and then got thrown out, going from second to third. From third to home back in the bottom of the 2nd. 1 for 1 on the night. Moreno's pitch. Ball 2. The Honorata Nyukwas is standing into bat. Goodleaf on deck, and then Mia Lucero Armstrong in the hole. 2-0 on Jojerdo Duhorn. Ball 3. And Horn reaching on the inside of the infield and gets away. Lost in the lights. Horn given the green light on 3-0, and he gets the first. Jojerdo Duhorn 2 for 2 on the night. The Honorata Danuk was Goodleaf standing at the bat. Mia Lucero Armstrong on deck. Ball 1. Good eye. She's 0 for 1, struck out back in the 2nd, but had a really good 7-pitch at-bat battle. Ball 2. Swung on and missed. Good cut. 2-1 the count. Ball 3. Three and 1 the count on Goodleaf. Horn at first. Jojeru to Horn. Throw back to first. Horn safe. Ball 4, and Goodleaf draws a walk. So runners on first and second, and in will step Mia Lucero Armstrong. She hit it to a ground out back in the bottom of the second. That's in there for strike 1. Some of the strikes called have been high, but they've been consistently called strikes throughout the evening. So it's the one thing you ask for is consistency, and most of those pitches that have been a little bit up in the strike zone have been called strikes. 1-1 the count. Swung on and missed, and it's a 1-2 count. Nashton Mayo on deck. That's in there for strike 3, and there's 1 down. So here's Nashton Mayo. He walked and stole a base and scored back in the bottom of the third. No official at-bats. Horn at second, Goodleaf at first. Throw back to first. Strike 1 right down the old Malone Highway. 0-1. Mayo lays off the high stuff, even count 1 ball, 1 strike. Shane Jacobs on the on-deck circle. Nash fouls this one off and sends the Valleyfield coach reeling back there. As the Mosquitoes become the predominant fans here at the field. Predominant demographic of fans here tonight. The 1-2. Ball 2. Horn's going to take off. And Jojeru to Horn safe at third. Goodleaf advances the second on the wild pitch. That might actually qualify as a pass ball, I think. Either way, the Warhawks have 2 runners on. Two on Mayo. Open base at first. The 2-2 offering. Oh, and he got hit on the elbow. And the bases are loaded for the Warhawks for Shane Jacobs.
That almost hit him in the head.
I don't know if he gets a free pass on that one.
I don't think so. 18-4 Valleyfield, and the Warhawks have loaded the bases here in the bottom half of the fourth. There's strike one on Jacobs. Catching that inside corner. Kahnawake on deck. Outside, ball one on Jacobs. Shane walked and scored a run back in the third.
Huh?
Ball two. That's inside, and it's 3-1 on Shane Jacobs. That's ball four, and there's one. Jacobs draws a walk. That's an RBI base on balls, and it's now 18-5. So here's Kahnawake standing in. Horn struck out looking back in the third, 0 for 1 on the night. Slade Two Rivers moves to the on-deck circle. Outside on Kahnawake 1-0. That's in there for strike one. There's Moreno taking some speed off of that and sacrificing the speed for some accuracy. Off the plate. Outside for ball two. 2-1 the count here. Goodleaf at third. Mayo on second. Jacobs on first. One down. Here in the bottom of the fourth. 18-5 Valleyfield leading. Throw back to third. Forces Goodleaf back into third base. There's strike two, and it's an even count here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You know who else is upping their antes for the regionals? The Mosquitoes. Ooh. 2-2. That's in there for strike 3, and there's 2 down. So here's Slade Two Rivers. He's walked, stolen 4 bases, and scored a run. Bases are loaded. He represents the final opportunity for the Warhawks to keep this baby going. Slade fouls this one off. It gets out, hits the gate, so dead ball, strike 1. Throw back to third. That's the one thing that the pitcher, the right-handed pitcher, could do, is he has a very clear view of third base right now. Off off the plate, 1-1 the count on Two Rivers. Neo Daibo on deck, hoping to get an opportunity to bat. 1-1 the count on Two Rivers. And Slade goes after some high stuff. A slow roller. And he's out at second. Jacobs tagged out, and that is the ball game. Warhawks came on, but it was just a little bit too late, and the Valleyfield Reds take this one by a final count of 18-5. We'll be back in Vaudreuil on Saturday morning when the Warhawks do battle against the Sherwa Voltage here. And now we're going to have the rewarding of the game MVPs. Oh, the game MVPs being presented now. Cage McCumber gets the game MVP for the Warhawks. That's going to do it. Your final score, Valleyfield Reds 18, Kahnawake Warhawks 5. We'll see you Saturday morning.